This is Texas Tiger Diggs. I'm kind of sitting on pins and needles today. Busy night on call. So what I'm hoping is tonight, today or this morning, I'll be able to get out for at least a couple of hours and do a little hunting at the big park. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the AT Gold. I chose this over the AT Pro, even though the AT Pro is more configurable with notching, etc. Don't know. I've always been sort of partial to high kilohertz machines, and this, of course, is 18 kilohertz. And I'm looking for jewelry, and everybody says that 18 kilohertz is better. We'll see. And I know that I find smaller pieces with 18 kilohertz, but most of the time they're foil, so that's sort of a mixed blessing. In any case, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go out. It's getting pretty close to dawn. In fact, it is dawn. Sun's rising. So if I can get out there before the kids crank up, then maybe I can get in a quick hunt or two before the crowd begins to gather. I will see you at the park.
Right, my first signal, good signal, is about an 82. Could be a dime. Or a copper penny. Memorial. Here's a 76 signal. Could be anything, could be a zinc. Zinc penny. Could be a dime, could be a zinc. It's jumping around a bit. Zinc. First really high signal out here. I don't expect it to be much more than a quarter, though. Quarter. I got another relatively high signal, but it could be either a dime or copper penny. And it looks like a dime. Now this is an 83 in a very trashy area, but it's pinpointing the right size, so I'll give it a shot. Yep. Yeah, it looks like we got a coin. It is a copper penny. Well, I'm finishing my detecting week out with the CZ-3D, and it looks like I have a, what the heck is this? Dime here. So solid signal with the CZ-3D. It's indicating that it might be a coin. And there we go. That was easy enough. Got a quarter. ball. High, then zinc, then high. So I'm not too sure what this is going to be. It's just usually it's interesting junk. No, heck. Just pull tab. Nabbit. Heck, we'll give this a shot with a nickel signal. Doesn't appear to be that deep. Can be but a little bit left. Yep. Usual results of a nickel signal. Garbage. This is the CZ-3D. It's usually the best at getting signals out. It doesn't do. It maybe gets a 35 or 40% hit. 3D with the big coil, and it found a coin in a pretty trashy area. Not, it's a crusty zinc. So there's a coin. So Fisher's doing pretty good today. This is a coin size high conductive target, so I'll give it a shot, see if we can dig anything up here. Yep, there we go. Looks like a dime.
This is Texas Tiger Digs, and this is the roundup for the weekend. Not exactly a banner amount of coins, but about the best I could do. One of those weekends when I was trying to jam detecting into my weekend. I had on-call duty and lots of calls. So I was able to just sort of hit and run in a couple of parks, hit and then run back to work. So this is what I got. I just said if I was to compile this all into one day's hunt, it wouldn't be impressive, but it wouldn't look bad. It doesn't really look bad now, but like I say, it's my assigned duty, assigned by myself to show you the ups and downs of detecting. So Friday I went out with the Garrett AT Gold. I went out with the small coil, not the 8.5 by 11 inch coil that I currently have on there. I did do that later, and I'll tell you about that. But I went out with the small coil just to get a feel for the performance. I've had an AT Gold before, but I wouldn't really detector literate if I was detector illiterate, let's just say. But I went out now with the knowledge that I've gained over the months and etc., and went out with the AT Gold to the pounded park, and I found there a couple of pennies and a shotgun shell end. Yeah, and like I said, until I began to find these, I didn't realize how great a signal they gave. Now I understand what all the relic hunters in the woods, why they go nuts about this. I guess the shotgun shell is short of the relic hunter's equivalent in the woods of a pull tab. So I got that and got the. So that was a big deal. I did not record that, and I was not going to punish anybody with that recording. So put those to the side. Now I went out to the big park. The big park was basically going to be my target, and it was my target all week, with the caveat that I knew I was going to be on call. So I woke up early at dawn, and you probably see that in the intro of the videos that you've already seen, and I made a quick buzz over to that park. And I got there before there was a single individual in that park. So I got out with my detector, and this is what I got. This is what I got from that little short trip, and I'll tell you why it's short in a second. I got a quarter. I've got a couple of copper pennies. This is a copper penny, and I've got a dime. That's also a copper penny, and these are zincs. So I was out there about 35 or 40 minutes, and then I got a phone call, and I had to go to work. So that killed a great portion of that day. But I went out with the AT Gold again, but this time the coil I showed you before, I used the correct coil for the circumstance, which in that case was the 8.5 by 11 inch coil, the medium coil in the coils I've got for the gold. Anyway, so it was not a bad little run for the amount of time I had. So that eliminated that day. So not a great day, but it's okay. And then today I went out to the very, very pounded park. I didn't really have any choice. Suddenly my work on call got very busy, so I needed to be in a place that was in close enough position to my apartment so I can run back and jump on my computer if I got called. So that was the only park in that radius that's actually detectable. There's another park I would love to hit, but for some reason the park department is letting the grass grow crazy in the area that's made it basically impossible to detect, which is confusing to me because that's a nice park in a very nice neighborhood. So I'm assuming they've got some kind of project coming up, some kind of they're gonna do some what do you call it, major landscaping or something. It doesn't really make sense to leave that in that kind of shape for an extended period of time. But okay, I went out and I found out a quarter and 2 dimes and a penny. And that day I was running the CZ, which was today. I ran the CZ-3D. I hadn't used it in a while, and I saw it and I said, well, I like the CZ-3D a lot. And it did what it does best. It went out and found coins. In fact, I had the large, I can't recall the exact dimension of it, 10-inch circumference, 10.5 inch I think it is, the 10.5 inch coil, and I went into a very trashy area, and of course in the trashy area I turned my discrimination up. When I used to trying to find a ring by pulling 200 pull tabs to try to get it to work. So I did that. And it had very good luck. I found these, I think 2 of these coins, 1 dime and with 1 of the crusty zincs, in that very trashy park area with an oversized coil for the CZ-3D. And it was finding them, and I found a repeatable signal, and I dug for them, and I found them. So that was pretty good, in considering how trashy that area was. And I found these out in the field using that the larger coil. So that's it for this weekend, and I got a good selection of trash. And by the way, CZ-3D, I found these 2 things and I dug them, but they were not repeatable signals. The CZ-3D, if it gives you a signal and then a break, and a signal and a break, and it's a shallow target, it's almost always something misshapen, a wire or some kind, or a misshapen piece of whatever. But these 2 were specifically, the CZ-3D gave me that really shallow hit, and I decided to dig them anyway because I wasn't having that much good fortune. And the rest of these were what I was doing. I was prospecting. I did find a key for my key collection there. But the rest of these I was prospecting. I was looking for the elusive gold by chasing pull tab and foil signals. And pull tab and foil signals are almost invariably pull tab and foil. So I didn't have any good fortune there. So that was but I'll keep going. I'll keep hitting at it. I haven't lost hope. And like I said, when you come to think of it, 75% of my trash collection here was voluntary. I knew what the signals were. I knew what it was, 99.9% chance what it was going to be. But I dug it on that off chance there might be some gold or mid-tone conductivity gold in there somewhere. So that was it. So that's pretty good. Like I said, I've used the AT Gold. I'm still debating, you might see in my previous video, getting the nail attack coil for it. It really impressive depth increase over any of the stock coils. So I've really got to think about that one. It's kind of expensive, but I'll give it consideration over the next few days and make a decision. And of course, if I do get it, it'll appear in one of my new stuff postings. Anyway, this is Texas Tiger Digs, and that is basically all I've got for this weekend. It was not as big a weekend as I would like, but I did get a chance to get a few digs in between work sessions. So, you know, that's the basic truth that my detecting and my videos are built on. Jamming detecting in, if you love it, in those areas and in those gaps in your life where it'll fit, you know, between your personal life, between your work life, and etc., and still getting an opportunity to go out and have a good chance. So you're keeping your detecting in perspective and the balance of your life, and you're still having a good time. Of course, I would love a chance where I could let it go out of balance and do a little bit more detecting, but there'll be some vacation up ahead, and who knows, a few days might be spent hitting some of the lower parks and some of the older parks and finding a little bit of that coin-based silver instead of the jewelry. In any case, this is Texas Tiger Digs, and I'm done for this weekend. I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna go back to work, and I'll get ready for tomorrow when I will go back to work. I will talk to you later. You have a good day, or good morning, or whenever you see this video. Make it the best you possibly can. It's Texas Tiger Digs, and I'm finished for now.